What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for an update on the Tailwind. So the last video was really just an introduction of the airplane. For those of you that haven't seen that video, this is a Wittman Tailwind W8. I bought this with another guy, and it hasn't flown in a while, so we're currently going through the airplane and doing all the things that we need to do to it to get it airworthy and get it up to our standards to fly. So the last video was really just an introduction for that, and going forward I'll be showing you guys what we've been up to on the airplane as far as maintenance and getting it ready to fly. So our focus the past couple of weeks has been on the engine. So we've been doing a lot to the engine, getting it ready to do some ground runs and stuff. So I'll show you guys what we've been up to and give you a little update. Okay, so here's the air box. This started out as doing a bracket air filter conversion. We ended up pulling the air box off and basically rebuilding half the thing. The mounting bracket, or the mounting plate that bolts to the bottom of the carburetor, this was loose, so we had to do some brazing on that. Back here, so this work was done by somebody else. This is the normal carb heat intake, but the oil kidney sits right here. So that one's not used, and somebody over the years ago added this intake in here. They cut it in and welded it in, which is fine, but this sits very close to the oil kidney, and what they had was this homemade job put on there with a hose clamp. And that's kind of shoddy, and it was rubbing up against the oil tank, which is no good. So we clearanced that, and then Don brazed in a plug internal. So we took care of some cracks up here where this has seen better days. This thing's older than I am, I'm sure, by a long shot, but it's not the prettiest, but it's serviceable now. We've taken care of all the issues with it, so I'm gonna get that thing bolted back on the plane, and I think we'll be ready for engine runs. Alright, so it's ready for the test run. Let's cross our fingers. Hopefully there's no oil leaks, and hopefully I got everything back on correctly. So let's hop in and fire this thing up and get a little time on it and see where we're at. Clear. Well, we pulled the starter off because it wouldn't engage half the time. I think we found the culprit.
So it's going to want to engage with this big gear right here. This one.
Yeah.
This big gear here.
It's kind of hard to. You're going to need me to pull it over so you can see it, right?
Actually, it looks, yeah. Well, they look pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
No
what
kidding.
That's really what we wanted to hear.
I haven't seen a bad one yet.
When is it?
Have you been around all the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Good. So I did the test runs yesterday, and both times I had trouble getting the starter to engage. So as you just saw, me and Dawn, I got Dawn in here today, and we pulled the starter off of it, and the end of the starter gear, the teeth were starting to get chewed up on the end, and we went down to our local starter specialist guy, and basically we just needed to adjust the starter gear so it meshed fully. It was only catching the tip of the gear, and it did a little damage to the gear, but he said it was going to be just fine. So we filed the teeth, reset the gear so it meshes fully with the gear in the accessory case, and we're just waiting on a gasket now to put the starter back on. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we corrected the starter issue. Outside of that, my test runs on the engine went just fine. I'm not seeing any leaks. I think we've got all the leaks done. Engine runs great, so we're gonna run it a little bit on the ground after we get the starter back on it, change the oil, make sure that the oil's clean, and we should be good to go in the engine department. We're just moving on to airframe next. So look forward to the next update video where you guys will see some action going on inside and some fabric work and all kinds of stuff that we need to tidy up on the airframe. And once again, I thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one.